What was that you just added?
Flower sprinkles. I love them.
Wow, that's the gayest I've seen in a long time.
What a breaking news! Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, has just set the cultural tone for an entirely new season of living, loving and inspiring. With the launch of Season 2 of Love with Meghan, she did not just unveil another curated moment of beauty. She dropped a declaration, a manifesto wrapped in elegance and simplicity. Flower sprinkles. I love them. And from those 4 words, the world was reminded once again why Megan Sussex is not simply a woman of influence. She is a phenomenon of authenticity, artistry and grace. The glimpse above, captured in fleeting seconds yet resonating far beyond the screen, is more than a casual kitchen scene. It is Megan Sussex at her essence, bringing life, colour and meaning into the smallest gestures. A clear glass jar sits on a polished wooden counter, filled with dried petals in vibrant tones of cornflower blue, marigold yellow and rose pink. The jar is simple, humble, almost antique in its design, but within it rests a story of artistry and love. Meghan's hands, adorned with a wedding band, a ring of commitment and strength, reach forward. She lifts the cork lid and with care prepares to sprinkle these blossoms, not as garnish, not as ornament, but as a reflection of joy, as a declaration that beauty belongs in our everyday. From this moment, Season 2 bursts alive. The visual poetry is undeniable. Megan Sussex's connection to flower sprinkles is not just about food or decoration, it is about narrative. Each petal represents the vibrancy she brings into her world, each sprinkle a metaphor for how she seasons life itself, generously, thoughtfully, lovingly. Season 1 of Love with Meghan already established her ability to create a lifestyle series unlike any other. It was not a program, it was an experience, a gentle invitation into the world as she sees it, rooted in intentionality, balance and beauty. But Season 2 has made it unmistakably clear that Meghan is not here to replicate the stale patterns of influencer culture or lifestyle television. She is here to transform, and in choosing flower sprinkles as her symbol, she has done what only Megan Sussex can do: take something that might otherwise go unnoticed and elevate it into a cultural beacon. The Megan Sussex effect has long been documented, whether through fashion items that sell out minutes after she wears them, or wellness rituals that become aspirational benchmarks. But here, the effect is far more profound. Flower sprinkles are not just sprinkles. In Meghan's hands, they become a metaphor for how to live, finding beauty in the delicate, celebrating the overlooked, and adding joy to the everyday. What does it mean when Meghan says, "Flower sprinkles, I love them"? It is not a casual remark. It is a statement of philosophy. Love for Meghan has always been expressed through creation, whether through her support of community kitchens, her cookbooks, her gardens, or her family meals with Prince Harry and their children. Here, with flower sprinkles, she declares her love for detail, her reverence for nature, her belief that beauty should never be rationed, but shared. The flower sprinkle moment in Season 2 is itself an act of love. She prepares a simple plate with golden slices of French toast, adds fresh berries, and then reaches for the jar of petals. This is not the performance of luxury, it is the performance of care. It says, I want what I create to nourish not only the body, but also the spirit. I want to feed with colour, joy and softness. That is the Meghan difference. Her love radiates through how she chooses to adorn the world. Flower sprinkles are fragile. They are delicate, easily scattered, easily lost. And yet, when sprinkled onto food, they transform it into a feast for the eyes, into art. This is Megan Sussex herself, gentle but powerful, soft yet transformative. Every sprinkle of her presence, every word she speaks, shifts the atmosphere. The symbolism runs deeper still. Dried petals carry memory within them. They are the echo of blossoms that once bloomed, preserved for new purpose. Meghan's work has always carried this quality, taking the past, even its pain, and transforming it into something nourishing. Think of her advocacy, her writings, her public courage in speaking truth. She has taken the weight of history and sprinkled it forward as wisdom, as hope. The staging of Season 2 is intentional. Meghan, dressed in a crisp blue and white striped blouse with rolled sleeves, signals both elegance and ease. Her gold bracelets gleam gently, Her wedding band anchors her in commitment, and her hands move with precision yet softness. The plate in front of her is not overloaded or ostentatious. It is balanced, curated, modestly abundant. Behind her, the neutral tones of a modern kitchen allow the colours of the flowers and fruit to speak. This is the Megan Sussex aesthetic. Clean, authentic, and deeply intentional. She does not need theatrics. She does not need excess. Her beauty lies in restraint, in letting the natural world, the flowers, the fruit, the textures, carry the story. And that is why Love with Meghan is unlike any other lifestyle creation. It is not about telling the audience what to buy or how to live. It is about reminding them of what they already have, of the joy hidden in the ordinary, of the possibility to transform routine into ritual. The cultural impact of Season 2 cannot be overstated. When Megan Sussex places her voice on something, it travels. Already the flower sprinkle jars are destined to become symbols of mindfulness, of creative cooking, of aesthetic living. Social media will echo with recreations, chefs will feature edible flowers in their menus, and families will sprinkle petals onto weekend breakfasts. But more than trends, Meghan is curating a cultural shift, reminding a world often starved of gentleness that beauty belongs to everyone. Her series does not scream elitism, it whispers accessibility. Anyone can dry flowers, anyone can sprinkle them, anyone can make their meals a canvas. In this way, Meghan takes the crown away from consumerism and places it on creativity. That is revolutionary. It must also be acknowledged. Every step Meghan takes in the lifestyle world is an act of defiance against those who tried to silence her. Her critics once mocked her for her passion for cooking, gardening, mindfulness, or aesthetics. They dismissed her love for simplicity as pretension. And yet here she stands, thriving in Season 2, declaring unapologetically, "Flower sprinkles, I love them." The very things they mocked her for are the very things that make her beloved, that make her authentic. By choosing to highlight flower sprinkles, Meghan reclaims the narrative. She shows that she cannot be defined by cruelty or reduced by headlines. She will live beautifully regardless. What does Season 2 promise? If the opening glimpse is any indication, it will be a season of flourishing. The flower sprinkle scene signals abundance, growth, and creativity. It says, life is to be seasoned with love, adorned with beauty, shared in joy. Each episode will not merely be content. It will be a reminder that to live well is to live intentionally. We can imagine Meghan guiding us through gardens of edible flowers, sharing recipes that weave colour and nutrition, teaching how to set a table not with extravagance, but with sincerity. Season 2 will not simply entertain, it will inspire a cultural practice of living with love. From her earliest projects to her present ventures, Megan Sussex has been consistent. She builds spaces where people feel nourished, seen, and inspired. Flower sprinkles may appear small, but in the hands of Meghan they carry legacy. They represent her ability to turn fragility into strength, simplicity into beauty, and everyday acts into declarations of love. When historians look back at Megan Sussex's cultural contributions, they will not only remember her courage, her advocacy, and her words. They will remember the way she sprinkled joy into daily living, the way she elevated the simple to the sacred, the way she made beauty a language of love. Season 2 of Love with Meghan is not simply about lifestyle content. It is about philosophy, artistry, and defiance. It is about Megan Sussex's refusal to dim her light, her insistence on creating beauty, her ability to transform even a jar of flower sprinkles into a cultural movement. And so when Meghan declared, "Flower sprinkles, I love them," she was not only talking about petals on a plate. She was talking about life itself, about how to take what is fragile and scatter it into joy, about how to season existence with colour, with gentleness, with intention. That is why Season 2 will not only have us like as the teaser promises, it will have us changed. It will have us living with more love, more mindfulness, more creativity. It will have us seeing the world through Meghan's lens, as a place where beauty belongs on every table, in every hand, in every life. To all my Sussex Curious family, thank you all for watching. And do not forget to subscribe, like and put a comment. Bye-bye, see you in the comments section.